We're finally back here making a video about Loftia. For those of you who don't know, Loftia is a cozy MMO inspired by games such as World of Warcraft, MapleStory, Animal Crossing, and Stardew Valley. Now, I did go ahead and make a video here that breaks down kind of the fundamentals of the game to begin with. It is in very early development, so I will give a little preface to this video as well. Things raised in this video and that video here are subject to change, but in this video, we're going to be going ahead and breaking down and condensing the most important and most interesting points from a live Q&A that took place a couple of days ago from this time of recording. That live Q&A does give us a glimpse as to how the game is tracking along, and it gives us a very good idea as to what kind of game this is actually shaping up to be. So if you like the video, please go ahead, leave it a like, sub to the channel, grab a cup of coffee, and we'll go ahead and break down this live Q&A. So the first question was, where does the name Loftia come from? This game had an original working title of Wholesome V, which clearly wasn't the best name. It was an acronym, I forgot what it stood for, I can edit it in here.
It's an acronym for World of League of Minecraft Valley Scape. I don't know if sharing this was the best idea, but we've done it now. Anyway, that was from the very beginning, like a whole year and a half ago. Obviously, it was just a very temporary working name. And then we were like, hey, we will figure out a better name over time.
But the developers went with the name Loft. Now, Loft does encapsulate a lot of what you do and the kind of the feeling of the game Loftia, and they decided, hey, if we just add an IA at the end of it, Loft turns into Loftia, and it's a pretty good name. The next question that was asked was, what is the most challenging aspect you've experienced around Loftia? Now, the team did say what is most difficult for them is prioritizing everything for the game. What's going to be a good feature for the game that not only enhances the gaming experience, but also is something that is valuable for the players.
One thing that has been really challenging is like trying to prioritize what we should build in the game and what we should maybe like leave out or save for later, because obviously we can't build everything in the game. We can't build all the mechanics that we want and that everyone wants. So trying to figure out what we should prioritize and trying to figure out what would actually make the game fun and what would actually work for the game is quite a challenging and hard process, because there's like so many different ideas and everyone has suggested so many cool things we should add to the game, and hopefully eventually we can add most of these things in. But I think since we are trying to build out just even a simple version of the game first, is trying to just work out what we should prioritize and what's important for the game.
The next question was, will the NPCs in the game be voice acted, or will their dialogue be in text boxes? Now, for those of you who aren't keeping up, there have been two NPCs that have been revealed, both Hazel and Amani. Now, I actually asked this question because I personally get more immersed in a game when characters and NPCs are voice acted. Text box just sort of take me out a little bit. However, to answer the question, supposedly it's not a definitive answer as yet as to which way they're going to go. Because of how many things need to be done prior to that stage in game development, not much thought has gone into it. So they've asked the community, what would you prefer? And let me know in the comments down below. Do you prefer games that are voice acted or to have the text box? They did make mention as well that they might do the whole Animal Crossing thing, but let me know your preference. Do you like voice acted, do you like text box, or do you like the gibberish? Let me know. The next question was, what makes Loftia stand out from other cozy games? Now, they did say that this is a cozy game that does take inspiration from the games I mentioned before. However, it is set in an MMO setting, and this actually forms a lot of the core structure and core gameplay elements that will differentiate this game from those other aforementioned games.
At the fundamental stage, like Loftia is going to be an MMO game, so socialization and community is going to be a really big core theme mechanic in the game. So as opposed to like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, and maybe socialization and the multiplayer aspect isn't as core to the game as it will be in Loftia. So as we're developing the game, everything orientates around how do we make sure that we're really bringing out that MMO and socialization aspect in the gameplay itself. So we're introducing a lot of like group content and ways you can like meet friends, make friends, hang out with your existing friends, and really feel like you're a part of the Loftian community. Building a lot of spaces that you can socialize with your friends. So yeah, a lot of exciting things coming out soon in that department, which hopefully we can reveal soon. So yeah, that's one big thing. And yeah, also sustainability. So obviously Loftia is a solar punk game, and we're really trying to bring out that solar punk genre into every aspect of the gameplay as well. We're really trying to do like as much research as we can into how we can actually embed themes of like sustainability, renewable energy, and all that into gameplay, which does take a lot more time in terms of like coming up with the game mechanics and figuring out how the game works and everything. But yeah, hopefully those things makes Loftia stand out and different from other games.
Now, another question asked by me is, what do you have planned for the longevity of this game in terms of rolling content, different seasons, DLC, etc.? Now, they did say that yes, there absolutely are things in place to ensure the longevity of this game. There is lots of planned content, so you do not need to worry about that at all. There will be seasonal events, rolling content, and updates, and one of the big gameplay core mechanics is tied to that as well.
What details we can reveal right now? This answer won't be super comprehensive, but we're definitely going to have things like seasonal events and continuous rolling content and updates. And in fact, one of the core gameplay mechanics of Loftia is going to be something that's closely tied to all of that. I think it's still slightly too early for us to reveal too much about it, apart from saying that it's a system that will really encourage everyone to work together towards a goal, and then so the players in the community, in the server, will be able to have a direct impact on how quickly they reach the goal, obviously depending on how much people contribute. And then upon reaching some of these goals, it will unlock more content and more story. So that's something that we're going to be doing. That's quite different to many other MMOs out there, where it's just like regular content patches every 3 to 6 months or something like that. Yeah, we want to improve on that model.
The next question is about pets, and essentially, yes, there are going to be pets in this game. They did say that you'll be able to put some extra cosmetic on your pets and things like hats and all that sort of stuff. However, I specifically wanted to know, will these pets be able to assist you in the things that you do around the game? Now, not for a lack of trying, I didn't get an answer. I think I asked about 3 to 4 times, but that just wasn't answered. Maybe I was ignored, maybe I wasn't, I don't know. There was a lot of people asking questions, but I would absolutely love this to be a feature that when you have a pet, it's actually treated as a proper companion. So something that maybe gives you a buff or gives you additional resources that you yield when you go out and explore certain areas, things like that, rather than just have it be a cosmetic companion. But let me know your thoughts. Would you rather it be a cosmetic companion or something that actually provides a buff to you? They have also already released a pig dog pet that you'll be able to unlock in the game. So here it is on the screen right now. Very, very cute. And moving on to the next question is, will there be lore in the game? Again, one of those answers where it's just too early to share, but yes, there is lore. And as per a couple of answers ago, there's going to be evolving content and evolving story as players progress. So yes, there is going to be lore in the game. The next question is about how big will this map be, or how large will the map space be? They did say that the map is quite large. They didn't really provide any kind of point of comparison. However, they did mention that the focus isn't particularly on the size of the map, even though it is large. They want to focus on the quality of things that you can do within the confines of that space.
We're going to have as much content as we can possibly develop in the time that we have, and to that sense, the maps will be large. The city right now is pretty big, I would say. With that being said, with how we're currently thinking, the size of the world in Loftia, even though it already is quite large, and will continue to expand, like making it as big as possible isn't our number one goal. It's more to create content that will provide like more hours of fun. So.
And I think this is the absolute right way to go. It's going to make the space that you occupy the most engaging, the most intuitive, and the most immersive, which is going to give you, the player, the best experience when you're in the world of Loftia. The next question was around levels, and will there be a leveling system in the game? Short answer, yes there is. You don't really have to engage in it, but you can level up different skills and things like that in the game. Again, more information on this is coming later. There was a question about the music. Again, more information about this and possibly a little tease is going to be coming out on the Kickstarter, and supposedly there's something at the Wholesome Direct, which I think is early June. So you might be able to get a bit more of a taste of the music, as well as something else that they teased. I didn't mention what it was, coming out in a matter of weeks. So just keep your eyes peeled on that. And if you're really into the music side of it, you'll be able to see what's coming soon. So another question that I asked was, is this game going to be able to be played completely free to play? Now they did say that this game is not an entirely free to play game. However, they will try to make this game as accessible as possible.
Loftia will unfortunately not be free to play for everyone, but obviously we still want to make it as accessible as possible for everyone.
Yeah,
For sure.
I think when it comes in terms of monetization, it is something that we're putting a lot of thought and consideration into, because we do want to make the game at the same time accessible for as many people as possible. So yeah, I mean, it is something that we're going to probably ask the community their thoughts on as well. But we definitely won't have things like pay to win at the very least, or anything like that. But yeah, more details revealed soon.
So I personally don't know which way I would actually prefer this to go in terms of monetization. All I know is that I wouldn't want a monthly subscription. I would be happy to pay for the game up front and work my way for everything in the game, or they might have a cosmetic shop, but that really just depends on how good those cosmetics are. That will dictate how many sales they bring in. Now, speaking of your cosmetics, there are a lot of cosmetics in the game. I'm going to throw them up on the screen right now. And yes, you can mix and match different items of these clothings with one another. There is also a lot of customization when it comes to the building. At the moment, it's fairly similar to a lot of other building interior kind of games. So you'll be able to change your floor setting, the wall setting, the furniture inside as well. But they're just still trying to iron out how complex they get with the actual building structure and those mechanics in the game. Again, looking for more feedback on that as well. Now, I also asked a question, what platform will this be available on? I asked a lot of questions in this Q&A. They did say it's available on PC. Now, something else that's super exciting as well is that they said that they're not only focusing on PC, they're looking into another platform, more specifically the Nintendo Switch. I then asked as a follow-up question, if you are going to go ahead and put this on the PC and another gaming console being the Switch, are you then going to be implementing cross-play and cross-save? They did say that hopefully, yes, they will go ahead with that if they can get it on the Switch. Obviously, it's a lot more complicated when you're going across two different platforms, but if they do go on the Switch, it is their intention to have that cross-progression, cross-play and cross-save across one account, which is absolutely perfect.
Initially, it'll be on PC. We are also looking at other platforms, so we're not ruling anything out at this point, but porting to other platforms takes time. So initial release PC, and we will release more information about other platforms as soon as we can. The only other thing I can say here right now is that we're eyeing the Switch, and we're looking at how it may be possible for us to bring Loftia to the Switch. It's something we really want to do. We can't promise it just yet, but we're gonna let everyone know we've made a final decision there. If we're looking at other platforms, will Loftia implement cross-save play? Says Pixel Sean. Yes. It's definitely something we will be looking at. And there may be some technical challenges that we'll need to assess. But assuming that we are able to cross those without reducing the quality of play for any particular platform, then it's something that we'll do.
Again, not a confirmation that's going to be on the Switch. They're just looking into it at the moment. For now, its main focus is on the PC. But if you can get on the Switch and it's cross-play, cross-save, I'd be a very happy boy. Now, those are the things that were the most interesting to me from the Q&A and what I thought might be most valuable to you, the watcher. However, there are a lot of other things that I haven't discussed on this channel yet, such as wind turbines, hydroponic systems to grow a variety of different crops. There are honesty boxes that aim to encourage players to donate excess items so other players can redeem them, which really plays into the idea of a supportive and helping community, or as they've put it, a circular economy. Now, for those of you who want to play the game itself, good news, yes, there will be an alpha at some stage. They didn't confirm when that is. However, it's going to be open to a very, very small number of people, and that will then grow as the phases grow out as well. So if you want a chance, not a guarantee, a chance to be in the alpha, you have to be an active and contributing member in their Discord and also sign up to their mailing list. As I said before, their plans are to open this alpha to a small number of people and then eventually expand that out as they test more things later on down the road. So if you want to go ahead and join their Discord, link to that is down in the description as well. You can join mine too. Mine's in the description too. Join that, please. But as you can see, if you watch that other video I made on Loftia, they've done a lot of work in a very short period of time. So they've done an amazing job. Now, as I said before, information in this video and the previous video is expected to change, just given how early on in development that this game is. However, if you do want to stay up to date with Loftia, I am going to set up a playlist on my channel, and every single video about Loftia will be in that playlist. So if you want to stay up to date, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And if you like these videos, please go ahead, give it a like and share it to someone who you think might be interested in this game. It helps out my channel, and it also helps spread the message and the idea of this game to many, many more people.